Welcome everyone. Welcome to our evening session. We meet here every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8 o'clock. From next week, we'll not be having class on Wednesday because of some pickup drop-offs. So only we'll meet like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. First of all, let me welcome every one of you. Those who are joining first time, also welcome here. Wish you happy Buddha Purnima. Today is a very auspicious day of Buddha's birth and enlightenment day. And actually, all the days, important days in Buddha happen in same day. So that's another thing. Very special and auspicious day. It's also full moon day today. So if you get a chance, go out and have a look at the beautiful moon which has come. When I was coming from office, I was watching the full moon. So what we are going to do today is we are going to do Vipassana. Vipassana is a technique which Gautam Buddha has gifted the world. So many people do not know what is why Gautam Buddha is so famous in this world. Because to be that famous that everyone knows you, or everyone has your statue at their home, or everyone have your picture, uh, apart, in many countries like uh, ancient countries or new countries, everywhere you will find there is not a single place on the earth where you will not find Gautam Buddha's teaching or Gautam Buddha's photo or Gautam Buddha's statue. And one wonder, how come a small boy from a remote village in India became so famous, isn't it? There is no one in the world who has become as famous as Gautam Buddha. So he must have done something in his lifetime. So today we are going to explore that what he has done for the humanity and why he is so famous. So those who are joining, sit back, relax, and just follow the instruction. Those who are joining first time, this session is broadcast live on YouTube as well as it's also conducted on Zoom. Various participants takes advantage of it. Live also they take advantage after the session is done on YouTube, and we can see that from our YouTube activities. So this session happens in three categories, three segment. First segment is pranayam, where we do different kind of pranayam. Then followed by today we are going to do vipassana, including anapana, and then once we finish that, we finish with Mangal Maitri, and then question and answer, and we'll discuss little about Gautam Buddha himself, what wonders he has made in this world. All right, so let's get ready. Now, couple of instruction before you start. You are at home sitting, so make sure that whatever noise or disturbance you get, you do not create any resistance to it. So meditation means being okay with now, whatever the present moment brings. We create no resistance and we say, I'm okay with whatever the present moment is bringing. I will not react to anything, uh, what's happening, and I will accept the present moment as it is. Okay. So let's start with a pranayam, Bhastrika pranayam, with both the hand beside your shoulder, mouth gently close, breathe in, breathe out. Can I ask everyone to start their cameras so I know I can see you guys doing correctly? And it's always good to, look at each other and do it. Once the meditation start, you can then, if you want, you can close the cameras, not a problem at all. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Mouth close, forcefully breathe in, forcefully breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. breathe out, breathe out, and relax. Eyes closed. Observe the natural breath. Become aware of this moment. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your body parts. Feel the touch of your clothes. Feel the face from inside. Feel the hands. Become aware of the breath coming in, going out. Become aware of the movement of your tummy. One more time, both the hand beside your shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, 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 breathe out, breathe in, 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 breathe out, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe in without, breathe in without, and relax. Again, eyes closed. Become aware of the pause. Become aware of the stillness. Create no resistance to any disturbances. One more last time, Bhastrika Pranayam, both the hand beside your shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in, 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 breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, 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 breathe in, mouth closed, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Kapal Bharti, exhaling only, mouth closed, just exhale with the nostril 30 times with 1 second interval. Start. and relax. Eyes closed, become aware of your pause and stay with the pause. One more time, Kapalbhati. While you are doing Kapalbhati, also feel the touch of your breath. While exhaling, feel the touch of your breath on your upper lip and also inside your nostril. Relax. Sit in a comfortable position. If you are wearing any glasses, remove your glasses. Today we are going to learn the technique taught by Gautam Buddha himself. 2500 years ago, Gautam Buddha has given this gift of meditation to the world. He is the very first known enlightened master who has not only given a life-changing teachings, but he have also given us technique to support that teaching. So today, in today's world, it is known as Vipassana meditation, including Anapana. Vipassana means observation of what is. So we will discuss the technique after we have done and we have tasted the fruit of it. And it's very simple technique. First quarter goes into Anapana, which is observing the breath, and next 4 quarter goes into Vipassana. So simply sit with back erect, eyes gently closed. If you are wearing any glasses, remove your glasses. Let's start Vipassana. The first stage is Anapana. Eyes gently closed, palm open to the sky on your lap, observing natural breath coming in, natural breath going out, natural breath going in, natural breath going out. Observe the natural breath coming in, coming in, coming in. Observe the natural breath going out, going out. The whole attention at the entrance of the nostril. Observing natural breath. Whole attention at the entrance of the nostril, observing natural breath coming in, natural breath going out. सारा ध्यान अपनी नासिकाओं के द्वार पर केंद्रित करते हुए हर एक आते जाते सांस को देखें. The whole attention at the entrance of the nostril, observing natural breath coming in, natural breath going out, natural breath coming in, natural breath going out. Some of you will notice that your breath is coming from right nostril. Some of you will notice that your breath is coming from left nostril. Some of you will notice that your breath is coming from both the nostrils. If it is coming from right nostril, let it come from right nostril. If it is coming from left nostril, let it come from left nostril. And if it is coming from both the nostril, let it come from both the nostril. Don't try to change it. Simply observe the natural breath coming in, natural breath going out. Remember, you are not taking any breath in or out. You are simply observing the natural breath which comes in, natural breath which goes out. Simple breath, nothing but the breath. Don't try to change anything. If the breath is coming from right nostril, just know that the breath is coming from right nostril. If the breath is coming from left nostril, just know that the breath is coming in left nostril. If the breath is coming from both the nostril, just know that the breath is coming from both the nostril. Don't interfere, don't try to change it. Some of you will notice that the breath is coming from right nostril. Some of you will notice that the breath is coming from left nostril. Feel the touch of your breath onto your upper lip inside the nostril. You are there as a witness. You are not doing anything. Some of you will notice that your breath is long. Some of you will notice that your breath is short. If it is long, let it be long. If it is short, let it be short. Don't try to change it. Some of you will notice that your breath is long. Some of you will notice that your breath is short. It is long, let it be long. It is short, let it be short. Don't try to change it. Observe the entire length of incoming breath. Observe the entire length of outgoing breath. From start to finish, finish to start. Observe the natural breath. Follow the natural breath coming in, natural breath going out from start to finish, finish to start. Breath is coming in, coming in, coming in. Breath is going out, going out, going out. Now let's start with the Vipassana. Take your attention on your upper lip. Small portion below the nostril. Become aware of any sensation on your upper lip. Small triangular part, No matter what sensation is there, don't try to change it. You might feel tingling sensation. Some of you might feel itching sensation. Just observe any sensation, but don't try to react. For example, if you are having itching sensation, so don't react to it, don't go and itch it. Just observe that sensation. We want to see the nature of sensation. What is the nature of sensation? On our own experience. There are only two kind of sensation, pleasant sensation and unpleasant sensation. And we want to see the entire life cycle of a sensation. When it starts, when it arises on body, when when it intensifies, and when it dies down. So we need to see the entire life cycle of sensation. Take your attention on top of your head and scan your head for any kind of sensation. Sensation can be anything: dryness, wetness, tingling, pulsation, throbbing, expansion, contraction. We will maintain perfect equanimity and we'll just witness that sensation. And we'll see the entire life cycle of that sensation. And we'll see that any sensation which arises on body has only one thing in common: impermanent. Impermanent. It arises, stays there for some time, and then passes on. Simply observe the sensation. Take your attention to your forehead and scan your forehead for any kind of sensation. Scanning right to left, left to right. Become aware of any kind of sensation like dryness, itchiness, wetness, expansion, contraction. Now take your attention to the top of your nose. You become aware of any kind of sensation on top of your nose. Simply become aware of the sensation. Don't try to change it. You want to see the entire life cycle of a sensation. The whole attention on the top of your nose, observing the sensation. Take your attention to the right cheek and scan your right cheek for any kind of sensation, maintaining the perfect equanimity. Maintain the perfect equanimity. Everyone, welcome to our evening session. Uh, Maintain the perfect equanimity. Whenever there is a pleasant sensation, we start creating craving. I want more, I want more, I want more. Whenever there is an unpleasant sensation, we start creating aversion that this sensation should go away, go away, go away. We have to come out of this mad habit pattern of aversion craving, aversion craving. Maintain the perfect equanimity. Whether you are having a pleasant sensation on your cheek or having unpleasant sensation like a itching. Create no aversion. Create no craving. Simply observe natural breath coming in and the sensation is happening. Don't try to react to that sensation. You will see that all the sensation has only one thing in common. They come, they arises, they stay there, and they intensify. And if you don't react, you'll see that sooner or later they disappear. You have to see the whole life cycle of this sensation, maintain the perfect equanimity, perfect equanimity. Take attention to left cheek and scan your left cheek for any kind of sensation and maintain the perfect equanimity, perfect equanimity. Take attention to your chin, observe any sensation on the chin and see the life cycle of the sensation. Take attention to your throat, see any kind of sensation on your throat. Take attention to your shoulders, observe any kind of sensation on your shoulder, react to no sensation, simply observing and then moving ahead. Right shoulder, right hand, become aware of any sensation from right shoulder to the right palm. Scan your right hand, entire right hand, for any kind of sensation. If there is sensation on other body part, ignore them. Just become aware of the sensation on right hand. Whenever you find any sensation, maintain equanimity and see the life cycle of that sensation. But you will see that every sensation arises, intensifies, stays there for some time. Sooner or later, it disappears. And scan entire right hand. Maintain the perfect equanimity. Left hand, left shoulder, entire left hand from shoulder to palm. Chest, scan your chest for any kind of sensation. Tummy, upper back, lower back. right leg, right thigh, right knee, right calf, right sole, left thigh, left knee, left calf, left sole. Put the sole, both the calf, both the knee, both the thighs. Tummy, chest, lower back, upper back, both the palm, throat, back, face, whole head, forehead. From top of your head to the tips of your toes, from tips of your toes to top of your head. Go part by part. And whenever you find a sensation like itching, throbbing, just stay with there and observe the nature of the sensation. Do not create any craving or aversion. Not a single part should be left. Go to each body part, scan each body part, including underarms, back of the legs. Go to each body part from top of your head to the tips of your toes, observing any kind of sensation, creating no aversion, maintaining perfect equanimity. Traveling from top of your head to the tips of your toes, maintaining perfect equality. Whenever you encounter any unpleasant sensation, make sure you do not create any aversion. Whenever you find any pleasant sensation, make sure you do not create any craving. Whether there is aversion, whether there is a when there is a pleasant sensation, when there is a unpleasant sensation, make sure you do not create any aversion or craving. Sometimes you might encounter very gross, solidified sensation in your legs, body. Just make sure that you do not create any aversion. And you'll see that sooner or later, all the sensation has only one thing in common. That is impermanent. Be very awake, be very vigilant. Go to each body part from top of your head to the tips of your toes and observe the sensation with equanimity, part by part. Very good, very good, very good. Relax yourself. Repeat after me. तेरा मंगल मेरा मंगल सबका मंगल हो रे। जिस गुरुदेव ने धर्म दिया है उनका मंगल हो रे। जिस जननी ने जन्म दिया है उसका मंगल हो रे। पाला पोसा और बढ़ाया उस पिता का मंगल हो रे। जल में स्थल में और गगन में सब प्राणी सुखिया हो रे। अंतर मन की गाठे टूटे, अंतर निर्मल होए रे। तेरा मंगल मेरा मंगल, सबका मंगल होए रे। सबका मंगल होए रे। सबका मंगल होए रे। May all being be happy. Be happy. Whenever you are ready, you may open your eyes. And your cameras. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you enjoyed the session. We come to our last part of the session, which is usually a question and answer. But today is Buddha Purnima, so we'll know little bit of about Buddha. If you don't know about the Buddha, how many of you know Buddha story? You know Buddha story? No? You can unmute yourself, no? Not able to unmute? Okay, hold on a second. I will see if you can do that. Now see, you will be able to unmute. Yes. So, you know about Buddha, Farah?
No, I don't know.
What about you, Sudhakarji?
I know little bit.
Huh?
I know.
You know, then you have to tell us. No? You can't just keep it to yourself. Let us listen to from you.
See, Buddha's earlier name was Siddhartha, I think. So he was the son of king, and he was married. And, somehow he felt that this world has a lot of problems. So, so he thought that he should find some solution to that problems. And then he left that kingdom and went to the forest and meditated, did tapasya and found solutions there.
So, what solution did he find?
Solutions means like.
I think most of the people know that much. What you know?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
What about you, Bhavati? Do you know anything?
Yes, Smitaji, like little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
What I have read is like he was, since he was a prince, he was not, I mean, he was not allowed to look at the sufferings of people like death and old people. So he has not seen them for a long time, and all he saw was all enjoyments of the life. So suddenly one day he stumbled upon a dead body, I think, and he came to know about all the miseries in life. Like he understood that everyone is suffering in some way, so he wanted to give a solution for that. So I think he tried various methods like fasting and meditation and other things. And finally, what he said was that desire is the root cause of all suffering. That's what he said finally. And he has given us like Vipassana and other techniques to go beyond the mind, how to go beyond the mind. That's what I know.
Poonamji, you know anything more? Kruti, do you want to share anything about Gautam Buddha?
Yes, I have heard about Buddhas, and the same thing about I don't remember her name, but that's she said. I think to find the peace, he tried like various methods and to understand what is life and how to find the solution of misery.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think he got some of followers as well. But I think he found somewhere like he does not need to go anywhere to find the solution or to find peace. And he just said, I think whatever he is doing, just focus on that thing. He doesn't need to do anything like various things and everything, but it's just whatever he does, he just has to focus everything, like give 100% to that. And then I think he just made some like ashram and everything like that, and he found that solution. But that's what I remember. Yeah, not much after that.
Okay. All right, so let's sum up Gautam Buddha's life, which is very difficult actually, because you can't sum up the life of someone who still exists, isn't it? He exists in his teaching, and you can't sum up their life. But his mortal life has 3 stages. One was his birth, which second was his enlightenment, and third one is when he left the body. So the 3 very important stages of his life. The birth happened in a place called Lumbini in Nepal. Now it's in Nepal. And then the enlightenment happened in Bodh Gaya, as you are all aware. The first teaching of Buddha was given in Sarnath. And then the Kushinagar is where, near Bihar, where he left his body. And in between, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life which has taken place. Now, as you all aware, that Buddha is not a person, or the name Buddha, as Sudagarji said, his name was Siddhartha Gautama. Buddha is a state. When somebody achieves that state, it's called Buddha. Buddha means the one who has transcended buddhi, which is intellect. So most of us lives on the mind, in the mind, with the intellect. But the people who transcend the mind. So there are 2 people in this world. One is Buddha and one is Buddhu. Okay. Buddha is the one who has transcended the mind. Buddhu is the one who is below the mind. Okay. So both has a similarity. But there is a vast difference, and then there is a middle people who are like us, who are stuck in the mind. So the beautiful story, the stories goes, the old stories are like, it's 2,500 years ago. So the story gets edited, the story get added, but from my experience, I can tell you what would have been the story. A beautiful, prince is born in a remote, country, a small kingdom where he was born as a prince. And the story says that when he was born, the big rishi from somewhere came and announced in a court. His father had a big gathering in court, that this boy will either become a very big king who will rule the earth, or he will become a great saint in this thing. And they said, the story also said that as soon as he was born standing up, and as soon as he's born, he walked 8 steps where he has given the eightfold, teachings. But these are just stories. But the story goes like this: that he was his father was told that either he will become a great warrior or he will become a great saint. Now, his father obviously wanted him to look after the kingdom and become a great warrior or become a great king. So what he did, his father, what he did, he said, he asked the sage, what makes a person sage? He says, whenever a person experiences the sufferings of the life, he starts asking question, what is the meaning of life and this and that, and that's how the journey of spirituality starts. So his father said, okay, no problem. What I will do, I'll create a different city altogether for sick and old people. So my son will never see the sad part of life. And he created a different city altogether. It's a big story. I won't be able to cover it, but it's a wonderful story. If you find any movie on Gautama Buddha or Siddhartha, there was a movie Siddhartha somewhere. It was really beautiful. But I'll sum it up for you. What is important for you, I will sum that thing up for you. So his father created another completely different city. He was a king, and this guy was a prince. Siddhartha was a prince. They say that he had a palace of a gold. That he had his clothes made out of gold wires, and he had hundreds and hundreds dasis and servants and everything, all kind of riches he had. He was born with a golden spoon in his mouth, and he was a good boy, and he was trained into archery. He was trained into sword fighting and everything, and he was given all that life can give. When he was growing up, he got all kind of pleasures, woman, food. He was supplied with everything. Like his father said, give him everything. Like, whatever he placed his hand on, he would get it. So that one day he becomes a great warrior and a great king. But destiny had some different plans. As usual, whatever we plan, they never become successful. And by now you would have understood, if not, means I understood that no matter what I plan, this life, it doesn't go like that. In my weirdest dream, I never would have thought that I'll become a meditation teacher. And here I am right now, meditating with you all. Because I had a completely different life altogether. So life has its own plan. The consciousness has its own plan. It has taken on different form, and the different form has their own role. The way consciousness want to experience. So Gautam Buddha's, Siddhartha role was that the consciousness had taken the role of Siddhartha, and the consciousness wanted to express itself in a very different way in the body of Siddhartha. So the things then unfolds. One day, Siddhartha asked his, the guy who runs his, I don't know what it's called, Sarthi. I don't know what chariot. What is called in English? The one who runs the chariot. Maybe let's say driver, his driver. So he
Charity.
Yeah. So he says, oh, what is there in that that part of our destiny? So unknowingly they go that side, and when they are going that side, there is funeral happening. So there is a dead body on the shoulders of people they carry, and Siddharth looks at that dead body and says, as soon as he looks at the dead body, the virakti comes in him. As soon as the curiosity comes in him because he has not seen anything like that. And he says, well, he asked his driver, what is this? He says, oh, this is a man. When man dies, this is what happens. So he said, does everyone die? And he said, yeah, everyone die. And then he starts to really creep up all these things in his mind, is rushing into his head. What is this I'm looking at? What is this? He never seen all these things. Then he see the sick people walking, old people walking on the road, and he keep asking, what is this? What is this? Am I going to be like this one day? Am I going to be dying like one day? Am I going to be old like one day? He was a beautiful prince with such long hair and imagine his glow was so beautiful because he was pampered throughout his life, never had even a scratch. He doesn't know the pain, and he's looking at the worst part of life, like people who are sick, people who are old, people who are 90 years old, 100 years old, like that, and dead people, and all those. He has seen all that this thing, and he just becomes sad. He's an emotional person. He comes back and he just can't eat from that day, he can't sleep from that day, and he just have this so many questions in his mind. If I have to die like this, if I have to become old like this, what is the meaning of life then? Why I'm going to become a warrior? Why I'm going to fight? Why I'm going to kill other people? Already people are going to be dead in some time. So what's the point in killing other people? So he's flooded with all this question and he becomes very sad. And there is because he's destined to become a Buddha, see all this unfolding. That time he didn't know what is happening with him. So he wants answers. He wants answers. He says, I need to know what is the truth of life. If I'm going to die one day, what's the point of fighting with others? If I'm going to die one day, why all this pain I have to go through? Why all this suffering we have to go through? Why this hardship? Why we have to work so hard so that we can die one day peacefully? So all our effort, all our struggles of life, we are trying to make something out of it just so that we can die one day peacefully. And he cannot accept that. So he said, if I'm going to die one day, there is no point in struggling and fighting and playing all the games of life. If this is what the end is. He was very intelligent. Look at him thinking. What's the point of doing anything if I'm going to die? Can we ask this question to ourselves? If you ask this question, you will take life very easily. You will not become enemy with anyone. You will not fight with anyone. You will not quarrel with anyone. You will become easy-go-lucky guy. Because you know that at the end of the day, you're not going to take anything with you. It's all going to be here only. It's just a play. So he was that intelligent. So he said, okay, let me find out the answer to this question. He was married by then and he had a son as well, Rahul, very small. And he has no, imagine leaving the wife and the son in the middle of the night, because he knew that if he tells someone that I'm going, nobody will let him leave. So in the middle of the night, he leaves home. He knows that his wife and kids will be taken care because he was a prince. And he just goes for 7 or 8 years. He goes on the search of the truth. So he goes to the different gurus, teachers, and he is a very good student as well. He will if a guru says, do 10 Surya Namaskar, he will do 100. So he always exceeded the expectation of the gurus. And one day Guru will tell him, ki, whatever I had given you. I can't have more. I don't have more than this. Then he will go to another because his thirst is not, he is not fulfilled with the answers with the gurus. So he travels across the length and breadth of India, going to different teachers, different learning different techniques. But still, it gives him some pleasure. It gives him some serenity. Like you do meditation, you do get peaceful and all those. But next day you are again back to that same grind. So he thought, "Ki this is not the permanent solution. This is just to make mind calmer for some time." But then he tries everything, and finally he goes in Buddha Gaya and he's tired. He sits under the Bodhi tree and he says to God, ki, either I will know the truth or I will die. Because he's a very intense student. He wants to know the truth. So he sits under the tree and stops eating and everything until he become a complete skeletal. And he was about to die in the search of that is how the intensity should be if you want to become enlightened. Enlightenment is not something just happens. It happens when you have that intensity. And but he was about to die one day, but a beautiful lady comes in and laughs at him. What are you doing? When I saw you when you first came under the tree, you are such a beautiful prince, and now you are just a horrible skeletal body about to die. And why she asked him, why are you doing this? So he says, I want to know the truth. Why we are born? What is the purpose of life? Why we have to go through all this grind? Where we come from? Where do we go after death? So I want all these answers. Unless I get this answer. So she laughs at him. And he's surprised why she is laughing at him. He says, you 8 years, you have been to all this teacher, but you could not even learn this simple fact that if you torture your body like this, the body will die, then where you will find the truth? This is such a simple thing. And the girl from a small village, she tells him, what you're doing is wrong. You cannot kill your body like this, because if you kill, who will know the truth? So he understands. All his 8 years sadhana gone wrong, and he was wrong the way he was doing it. And she gives him some fruits, and he eats the fruits, and again he becomes a healthy. So one day he sits under the Bodhi tree and closes his eyes and prays. Ki today my search for the truth ends, because I have tried everything possible in the world to find the truth, to find the God, to find the everything. But all my effort has gone waste. And today I surrender myself that I now understand that no matter what I do, I will never know the truth of life. I will never know the secrets of life. And he closes his eyes. And the story goes, the moment he gives up all the effort, the moment he leaves all the teaching, the moment he leaves all the teacher and become utterly present in that moment with his eyes closed, and suddenly the magic happens. And a spark of energy through his spine goes up to his head, and his head from inside opens in 1,000 petals, and he becomes enlightened that day. The day he gives up everything, all the effort, the energy simply frees itself from the Muladhara Chakra, goes up, and he becomes enlightened. Through his intense sadhana, he understood the reason of the misery. Through his enlightenment experience, he understood the mechanics of the life. And he has taught that in the scripture called Dhammapada, what his experience was. Through his enlightening experience, he understood that this life is just nothing but just a dream. In his few sentences, he said that life is a misery. And very soon he said, there's a way to come out of this misery. That was his first, there are beautiful stories about his enlightenment day. That the day he understood the truth of life, he became mum. He kept quiet. He did not want to speak. He kept quiet for 8 days. And the story goes like the God had to come down to the earth to convince him to speak, because that experience of enlightenment, even God don't get it. So even God is envy of that experience. And God says, we also don't get, because we are already God. To become enlightened, you have to be in a human body. And then only you get that experience. You don't get that experience when you are a God. And you are such a lucky guy that you got the experience. But you are not speaking. You said, why are you not speaking? Why are you not helping people? So Gautam Buddha says, I understood one thing. If somebody is going to go get enlightenment, they will get it whether I say it or not say it. And then if somebody is not going to get it, no matter what I do, they will never get it. So what is the point of talking? I'll be just making enemies if I talk. If somebody is destined to become enlightened, he will become enlightened. If somebody is not destined to become enlightened, he or she will not become enlightened, then what's the point me speaking? So the story goes like that all God prays to him, says, there is a third category of people who are just on the borderline. They just need your push. So the people, there is a immense sea of people. They are awakened, but they just need one push. So your word will strike them in such a way that they will cross. They'll become very beautiful. They'll become very blissful. They'll become, even though if they don't become enlightened, that's who cares? But they will know the meaning of life. They will know. So you have to speak. That day, Siddhartha Gautama died as a person, and the Buddha arose from Siddhartha Gautama. The Buddha arose and from that day, he kept talking, never stopped. That whole talks is covered under Dhammapada. So few teachings of him is the knowledge in Dhammapada, and the practical technique of Anapana and Vipassana, which we did today, which I will explain sometime later. It's already 9:40 now. But remind me to explain this technique, how this technique works and all. And the last but not least, he said while dying, Appo Dipo Bhava. That was his last teaching, means be your own light. Nobody can help you. Nobody can take you out of your misery. You have to be your own light. We can just tell you, we can just share you the way, we can just show you the techniques, but you have to become your own light. You have to practice every day. You have to learn it. You have to have that intensity to make your life beautiful. No guru can do miracles. No Buddha can come and take you out of your misery. They are there to just show the way. But all the hard work needs to be done by you. So be your own light. Don't be a follower of anybody. Never be a follower of anyone, any person, or any teaching. You learn and then you just use it and make your life beautiful. That is all the teaching is all about. That is all the real Guru will tell you. That just do what we do and make your life beautiful. For some, maybe another day we are meeting on the weekend for a satsang. So we'll have a lot of time to discuss this story. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the session today. And
Thank you. Thank you.
and I'll see you tomorrow evening for one more time. And before weekend, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.